This machine is also an EMT. It uses an EMT tubes, but I'm using wheels. I'm using concave wheels. This is one of them, concave wheels, and there's another concave, two concave wheels sitting on top of the rail. And this is common to both sides. There's two rails for this is the for the x-axis, this one, and then for the y-axis, also the same. I'm using wheels instead of bearings. Yeah. And I'm using end stops, but I'm just using one end stop for each axis. This is the Y end stop, and this is the X end stop. And the Z end stop, that's the important one on the setup. That's important. I use the Z stop switch as a tool probe. So the Z stop switch is embedded on the 0, 0 position of the XY and at the bed level 0 Z position, which is there. See, this is the end stop switch. This is the line for the x-axis, and this is the line for the Y going there. 0, 0Y, 0X, and 0Z. I use a different tool probe for when I'm using a rotary, because I do rotary milling on this machine. So I have this one, and it sits higher on the table because this line, this point, is the axis of the rotary, is the center point of the rotary. So going back to the Z2 probe on embedded, this when the tool strikes this, it makes the machine know that the tool tip is at 0X, 0Y, and 0Z. So to show you how I installed that switch, it's under the table. So there it is. Okay, so it's screwed in there, but it's a spring. It's spring loaded, so that I can adjust it up and down to get the perfect 0 on the bed table. Okay, so that's it. And for my unconventional tool setup, I'm using rubber band to mount the Makita router. Yeah, right now I'm using like 3 rubber bands to, and it's very easy to take out and put it back. So my tool changes are very fast. And one more thing. The Z motor on this machine on this machine is located at the bottom. That one. So my main reason for that is that so that the motor is not lifting itself. It's not a part of the weight of the load, but it's permanently fixed. I mean, the wires are not moving too much, and the motor is not lifting its own weight. So it's upside down. So very simple. And I'm using a ready rod. I think that's a 3/8 20 24 or 3/8. I forgot. And I'm also using a flexible coupling. It's a U-joint, universal U-joint, and I designed that myself. So that's it. So that's my machine.